Because I refuse to believe that Capcom intended on this to be like the armor set for just like the endgame monsters. I refuse to believe. Like it's like a meme. It's like this is a meme. Like when you like how to spot a noob hunter 101 when their skills look like this. This is how you know somebody has no idea what they're doing, is when their skills look like this. So, if you couldn't tell from that clip from one of my Twitch streams, I think Narwa and Ibushi armor are terrible. They're not just terrible, they are bad. They're not just bad, they are the worst. And if you don't believe me, take a look for yourself. It's honestly quite laughable as to how bad the armor is. Just a mishmash of skills that don't seem to fit together in any way, shape, or form, plus no slots. And the kicker is, this armor drops. This armor drops from the 2 endgame Elder Dragons of base game. So, you have 2 of the most challenging fights, arguably the most challenging fights, in base game, giving you the worst possible armor. And it got me thinking, why is that the case? Why would Capcom make it to where these 2 pretty awesome fights, really well designed, cool mechanics, cool effects, why would these awesome Elder Dragon fights give the worst possible armor? And I came up with a couple theories. Now, hear me out. Some of these are going to be really wacky. And, so let's keep that in mind. Okay, theory number 1. Capcom is trolling us. This might be the most likely scenario. You know, Occam's razor, the most likely scenario, is probably the right one. So it could be that Capcom is just trolling us. It kind of makes sense. Us as the monster community is constantly complaining about armor, and I feel like this would be an interesting way to subvert all our expectations, is by having just these 2 awesome fights give the worst armor. So that's one theory, and I think that might be the most likely one, because in all fairness, I don't want to set up hopes that things will get better with this armor. I really don't. Theory number 2. This armor is going to change in the next update. In update 3.0, something is going to happen with this armor. So, because this armor is so bad, it doesn't really kind of make sense. So one way to explain how bad this armor is that it's not going to stay bad. So, a theory I came up with is that it's going to be something to where, like, you can maybe add slots to the armor. Like, there'll be another version of each fight that you'll be able to do in 3.0 that will let you upgrade this armor. Or better yet, maybe just beta armor will drop. We'll fight these guys again, and this time they'll drop beta armor. So if you add slots, if all of a sudden you add slots, whether it be this armor being upgraded or there being a beta set, a lot of this armor becomes a little more attractive. Just a little, but not that much. But it's certainly not just this. It's certainly not as trash as these sets here, without any slots. Like these arms from Ibushi could probably be used for bow or dual blades. This could be used for Insight Glaive, Switch Axe. So some of these armor pieces become a little more usable, but even then, like simply adding a 2 slot isn't going to cut it. You need to add like multiple 2 slots to make this armor anywhere near attractive and or competitive with any of the other armor pieces that are available to us right now. Theory 3 is another variation on that, is that we'll be able to combine the armor sets. Because this is just a mishmash of random skills. I was thinking, what if we just merged everything together? Like, what if we got to hunt like the baby of Ibushi and Narwa, and that allowed us to merge the armor together and take the armor to the blacksmith, and he merges it with like, I don't know, the orb of the baby or something, and we can make like some super armor that has just all has all of these skills. I don't think that would make much things better, but the point is, I think something has to be up with this armor. Something has to be up with this armor in the next update, because it's just so bad. It's so bad that something needs to something needs to happen with it. And I think that it being upgraded, or there being another set with Ibushi and Narwa makes the most sense, because if you think about it, when we beat Ibushi and Narwa, we don't actually carve their corpses. We carve like their leftovers, you know? It's their leftovers that are making the armor. So it kind of like makes sense that like with like the small like kind of whatever scraps of them both makes like the weaker armor. I don't want to get my hopes up though. I'm hoping that one of these theories pans out and we get a new set, but I feel like it's more than likely that Capcom is just like trolling us, and they're like, haha, this is the armor you get from like finishing the game. But as we know, the story isn't over yet, so who knows? Ibushi and Narwa probably have more surprises for us in 3.0. If not, that's pretty sad, but we'll see this week. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, or not. Subscribe if you if you enjoyed this at all. But most of all, I stream on Twitch every single day, except for the last 2 days. I stream on Twitch every single day, so follow me there. I'm not streaming much Monster Hunter at the moment, but when the update comes around, I'll be probably streaming it for like a week straight. So hopefully one of these theories comes to fruition. If not, well, that's gonna suck. So until next time, have a wonderful evening and good night.